I went and saw Dua Lipa in concert this week, and I can't say what I really, really want to say.
Let's get physical. Lights out, follow the noise. Baby, keep on dancing like you ain't got a choice.
Mac Engel, Fort Worth Star Telegram, Engel Angle podcast here on the Sunset Lounge. Thanks for joining me. No guest for this episode. However, I am going to discuss something that not enough people discuss, and that is the lies that we tell ourselves about getting older, about what constitutes fun versus what should be fun, but we feel bad because we can't admit that we enjoyed it, because that makes us disgusting. I realized something. I realized something a while back, which is I was fooling myself how I look. I thought I still look like that when I was 30 or 40. I thought, well, I still pretty much look like that. No, I don't. No, I don't. That's fine. That's good. It's okay. But I don't look like that. And I convinced myself I did, which is stupid. And I was confirmed of this when the Sunset Lounge's top producer, Miss Ashley Bullington, started to put together these cartoon versions of the people who do podcasts for the Sunset Lounge. I think it's like an AI thing. Anyways, you put in a picture and AI spits out the cartoon version of you. Okay, that's fine until I saw the image, and the image is I look like Mitt Romney. That's fine if you're 65 or however old Mitt Romney is. But I looked at that and I'm like, computer thinks I look like Mitt Romney. I probably look like Mitt Romney. There are worse people to look like, I suppose, but I'm not 30. I look like Mitt Romney. So that was tough. And then somewhere along the line, I realized I became parts of a version of myself that I didn't know existed. And that is, I found accomplishment in things that are not fun. For instance, the mind numbing, skull crushing reality of completing home projects. I'm talking small ones. I'm not talking about, redoing a kitchen or a bathroom. I can't do any of that. I can, however, destroy stuff. I am A plus quality at wrecking stuff. I can do that all day. That I am very good at. However, doing anything specific, I did fix a toilet one time. That was amazing, thanks to YouTube. Anything with cars, probably above my pay grade. But this is the one thing that's really frustrated me about this is that it's not the task of doing it as much as the fact what should be easy now has become so impossible because the manufacturers are constantly changing what you need to complete that assignment. For instance, screwdrivers. Why are there so many different types of screwdrivers now and screws that need the screwdriver? Well, it's all about money, of course, but I really miss the days when you had a Phillips head and a flathead. That's all you needed. Allen wrench and all these other little cute designs to screw in a screw, all this crap. Like, God, it's infuriating. Well, the latest one now are light bulbs. It used to be you could just go buy a light bulb, screw it in, you were done. Well, now you can't do it anymore because there's 75,000 options of light bulbs, including the one that you can't find anymore. I recently went to Home Depot and I had a very basic light. And the frustrating part is you can't match the ones that you have in the house or even on the same fixture. As you can see in this very frustrating video, I have one very small light bulb, a candlelight light bulb, and I need the right one. I can't find it. I went to four different stores to find that light bulb. And this one's not an old one. It's not like this is outdated. It's gone. I'm gonna have to go to YouTube or Reddit or something, Etsy or eBay to find this one stupid little light bulb and it becomes the bane of your day because whatever should take 10 minutes, well, now it's going to take 30 minutes. And whatever should take 30 minutes, that's going to take an hour and 30 minutes.
10 minutes. Counting down.
Thank you very much. That's a little creepy. That's my iPad talking back to me. Um, but here's one that I decided to have some fun with. So I'm really glad I shot the video for this. So a while back, I had in a sink a clog. Now, clearing a sink clog sometimes can be really easy, just a little fluid, blah, 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 and you're done. Boom. Maybe a snake, jam the snake down there and clear the clog. Fine. This one I knew was going to be a bad one because I had washed a paintbrush that had heavy oils on the paintbrush, and it kind of like coagulated and it become kind of thick, and it went down the sink. I couldn't catch it and throw it in the garbage before it went down the sink. There's another one of adulthood. You come to the realization, don't put in the sink. Don't put anything in the sink. Nothing. Put it in the garbage. The sink can only take water if you're lucky. So put it in the garbage. So anyways, this little piece of paint, I shouldn't say little, it's kind of thick, gets down in the sink and it's gone. And I'm like, oh crap. That's not good. Because immediately my mind goes to, I'm going to have to hire a plumber, and the plumber's going to come out and charge just to walk in the door $175. And then the problem that he's going to fix is going to take him 75 seconds. And then you feel worse about yourself. One, for screwing it up, and then two, because you can't easily do this. So I'm trying to fix this thing. Won't clear. And I'm like, you know what? I got an idea. I have a power sprayer. And I took the power sprayer and I wheeled it all the way down into the bathroom, took the hose from outside, attached it, plugged it in, put the power sprayer down the sink, gave it one or two good pushes, boom. Now I do realize later that I was really, really rolling the dice because a power sprayer, I could have potentially permanently damaged that sink and had to replace the whole thing. But it was worth the risk. The sink's a tragedy anyways. Now, fast forward, I didn't put that one on video and I was very upset about that because that's like ingenuity type stuff, right? That's Isaac Newton, Thomas Edison, whatever. Tesla. That's the kind of vision that people get the kind of credit for because of what they invented. And I'm like, I did it. I didn't need anything else. The power sprayer did it. So now fast forward, I got another sink, same issue. Now it's not paint, it's God knows what. I don't even know what it is. And it's stuck. Nothing's working. And I know very likely this problem is in the wall or down the street or someplace, and it's going to be my fault. The plumber can't do it. The city can't do it. Mac, Mr. Engel, you got to do it. Fine. Okay. But now I have got the magic. So watch this genius and see if it works again. Okay, I'm here to tell you right now, this is a terrible idea, but I'm going to give it a crack. Please pray for me. Positive, nobody died. Give this one more shot. Ooh, that didn't sound good. This one didn't work. Or whatever it was, the water that I shot down, that it didn't work. So then I go to the store and I buy, I don't know, some drain cleaner that could probably kill half of a country. And it did clear it. And I felt great about myself because I didn't have to hire a plumber. And that's where I am as a middle-aged man, is the win isn't what used to be. It's now about, oh my God, I got this done and I don't have to hire anybody to do it. I'm amazing. Which leads me down this rabbit hole of, oh my God, I don't even know if I've turned into my father, because I don't even know if my dad really enjoyed this stuff, which is I can't say what I want to say here because it's so inappropriate. The lawn. It's not fair. It's not a fair fight. And it's constant judgment by your neighbors. Even if they don't say anything, it's constant judgment because you're driving up and down the street and you're like, well, that looks like shit. I do not want yard of the month. I think one of the more unfair things for a long, long time is how a female was celebrated with the idea that a female would be celebrated because they loved doing the traditional female chores, a kitchen, cleaning, etc. Those tasks suck. Let me tell you something, ladies, what also sucks. Taking care of a lawn. I do not want on my gravestone, are you sure to have a tidy lawn? Great. I do not want to win Yard of the Month Club or Yard of the Month year. I do not have a green thumb, nor do I want one. I do want it, however, to look fine. Good, decent. For some reason or another, I don't understand it. There was a dead patch, multiple dead patches in my yard. It drove me crazy. The older I get, the more I understand. I may be ADD, ADHD, OCD. Believe me, if you look at my transcripts, there were plenty of D's in there. So I looked at these dead patches and it drove me crazy. I've taken care of these in the past, and now all I want to do is fix these things. But I don't want to buy the infernal like $5, $8 patches that you have to install on it and then just water to death and hope it works. This has been my summer, is filling this in. I'm like, this is it. This is the high point. This is the good moment. This is the one where you really lean into. It's like, wow, this is living. I'm like, well, this sucks. And every morning I go out and I look at it because now I'm watering the Jesus out of it. I don't even want to know why my water bill is. Anyways, it's a little patch and I'm like, I can do it. I know I can do it. I'm tired of putting in those things and it doesn't work. I'll just water and I put these seeds down, blah, 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 blah. Point is, every morning I go out and look, I'm like, maybe it's filled in today. And we've had an amazing amount of rain this summer, which made my job a little bit easier. So that is,
Could you try again?
keep it down. I can't even believe that thing's working. God, that's creepy. So
Sorry, I can't repeat.
I'm not kidding. This thing's talking back to me. My own iPad has an attitude. So anyways, how's this thing even having a timer? Anyways. So that's my life. That's joy. And what I really want to do, and I still do, against every good piece of thinking, I'm still playing basketball. It's a terrible idea. I don't play that much. I suck. I feel bad for the people who play with me because basically every time I can see their faces like, oh God, we got the Make-A-Wish kid. You know, we got the little kid who at the end of the season, they put in for 10 seconds and he makes a layup and everybody goes crazy. That's me. I don't even know if I'm that good. So the other day, and the reason why playing basketball at my age is so stupid is because I am begging for injury. And it happens. You see, I'm convinced physical therapists around this country are just basically killing it because of guys like me who can't recognize you can't do that anymore. Or you can, but there's a hell of a risk attached to it. Great. So the other day, I went to shoot baskets. And a ball got lodged between the rim and the backboard. Enjoy. Well, as you can see here, I'm in a bit of a pickle. My basketball is stuck. There are no other basketballs around here, and there's no long broom or any 8-foot giant here who could reach up and tap this out. So let's see if I can do the impossible. It's really close. I got my hand on the ball that time. It's really stuck. Last one. Really close. Nope. All right, last try. I made it. It's break time. Time to remind you that all of the shows here on the Sunset Lounge are free, and we are available now on every major platform. YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, patreon.com/SunsetLoungeDFW. That's patreon.com/SunsetLoungeDFW. All of our shows are free. A lineup that includes Mr. Shippy and Groobs. The boys will make your day with satirical commentary on viral video. Let me try that again. Viral video clips, internet memes, social media, trending topics, sports, athletes, celebrities, and pop culture. The Clubhouse featuring Rob, Alex, and Don, all of whom are behind me in fantasy football. They talk sports, pop culture, movies. It should be a pretty decent fall for movies, actually. Beer 30 Sports O'Clock. Ziggy, whose beloved Green Bay Packers will not win the Super Bowl this season. He provides you updates on football, betting picks, and beer. Al Maximo, football, soccer, F1. This is our Spanish speaking show. I really want to go on that show, by the way, even though I don't speak Spanish. Victor Villalba, Spanish voice of the Cowboys and Mavericks. Their season gets ready to kick off this month, actually. Carlos Nava, who I don't think sleeps, ESPN Deportes, reporter of the NFL, MLB, NBA, boxing, and soccer. Needs to add the NHL as well as the great Mike Reiner and your dark companion. And last but not least, Mr. Norm Hitzges. Mr. Norm Hitzges has joined the Sunset Lounge. It's been great to see him. I got a chance to visit with him for his podcast this week. Highly recommend that one. Now, back to the show. So as I sit here and grouse about my good fortune, be fortunate enough to be alive and healthy, because I don't think we want to lose sight of that ever. It's okay to turn old. Is the conundrum I face, and that is consuming young people's pop culture. I am that age now where you say young people. I hate that. I want young people to exceed. Fuck off. Yes, I want them to succeed. It's the young people part. So, because I'm attempting to win the Father of the Year award for the 5th straight year, I recently took my daughter to see Dua Lipa in concert. I did this to do a concert review for the Fort Worth Star-Telegram. I've done this with her now. Several shows, actually. I took her to see Olivia Rodrigo twice. We did Coldplay. She really liked Coldplay. I was shocked by that. Taylor Swift we did. That was very special. That was really neat. Taylor Swift. And then I had the bright idea to have her review shows by performers who are a hell of a lot older. Doobie Brothers, AC/DC. I've talked about that here on the show. Leonard Skinner, Journey, Def Leppard. And there might be one more in there I'm missing, but I thought, I'd probably owe her one. No one else on the staff wanted to do it. So let's go see Dua Lipa. My familiarity with Dua Lipa is limited. I know some of her songs. I certainly know who she is and how she looks, but I really wasn't that versed in her catalog. Shout out to Office Space. So I knew who Dua Lipa was. And I ended up knowing a lot more of her songs than I realized. I just didn't know them necessarily by title, because that's a thing. So anyways, I get there, and it's at the American Airlines Center. It's 18,000 people. It's packed. She's doing 2 nights, which means tells you a lot about her popularity. And we've got terrific seats. And I'm kind of excited about it. I'm looking around, and I'm really surprised, because when I've done pop artist shows, usually it's for a much younger audience. Taylor Swift was a little bit of an outlier, but when I did the Olivia Rodrigo concerts, obviously that's for a much younger audience. I was the oldest guy there by 1,000 years. And this one I figured was going to be the same, but I was shocked. I was absolutely shocked when I looked around the audience and I saw the world. I saw everybody. I was really shocked. I saw older, younger, male, female, gay, straight, everything. Asian, Hispanic, white, black. I could not believe at the cross section of the world that Dua Lipa drew to AT&T Stadium, or pardon me, the American Airlines Center on Monday or Tuesday night of this week. I was blown away by it, actually. I was like, wow, I didn't expect this. And then she comes out on stage. And like I said, we had good seats, and there's a big video monitor behind her, and she's wearing, nothing. All these female entertainers, pop entertainers, part of their shtick is their outfit and how they look. And I'm looking up at her, I'm like, holy God, who is this? And she's surrounded by like 14 dancers, all of whom are in just unbelievable physical shape. But my eyes are completely fixated on the top performer, Dua Lipa. And she's awesome. She's absolutely great. The performance is great. The energy is phenomenal. It is 2 hours nonstop energy, upbeat, infectious, happy feeling, go, go, go. I don't know what even the lyrics were. Let's get physical, whatever, great. I don't care. It was a highly entertaining show. But I will admit, and I don't think I'm alone in this, as someone who's on the other side of 50, I'm looking at that young woman thinking, this is kind of uncomfortable. I'm not sure this is a great idea that, I'm sitting there drooling over this pop star who's a hell of a lot younger than I am. And I did that. And I think a lot of guys in my position struggle with that. I'm like, I don't look like that anymore. I look like Mitt Romney. If Mitt Romney was sitting right next to me and he's jamming out to Dua Lipa, do I sit there and think, dude, what the hell are you doing here? Maybe, probably. And I'm thinking, well, there probably else somebody saying the thing about me. I'm getting down to Dua Lipa and somebody's saying, dude, what's your Mitt Romney ass doing here? Well, I'm like, well, it was my daughter. I'm going for Father of the Year. I love the show. There's a lot of pop artists out there I still like. If you were to look, I think one of the great revealers of a person, if you looked at their music catalog, what are they really listening to? What will they tell you they're listening to? And what are they really listening to? I'm a middle-aged dude, the youngest of 6 kids, 5 boys. I grew up on 70s rock because of the influence of my brothers, and then obviously the 80s crap, which I still love. That's what I like. Also, I will be gladly to admit, I like pop junk. I don't listen to the lyrics. Sometimes I can't even understand what they're saying. I have to go back and Google search what the lyrics actually were. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. This song's garbage. Sounds good. It's fun. Performer's hot. Okay, I like it. There's a lot of Britney Spears songs I like. There's a lot of Taylor Swift songs I like. There's certain Taylor Swift songs that I will listen to while I'm working out, as well as Van Halen, as well as the Rolling Stones, now as well as Dua Lipa. Yes, I totally understand I look like Mitt Romney. And I got to tell you, I don't think I really feel that guilty anymore about looking at Dua Lipa and saying, holy God, she's amazing. Want to know why? Because if it's okay for the head coach at the University of North Carolina and its football team, then damn it, I'm not going to feel bad about looking up at Dua Lipa saying, holy shit, she's amazing. Because you want to know why? Pretty soon I got to go back, and the highlight of my day was going to be filling in a grass patch and going to Home Depot trying to find a light bulb that doesn't exist. See you next week.
This is a Stolen Water Media production.
Al Maximo, my friends Victor Villalba, Spanish language voice of the Dallas Cowboys. Are you fucking kidding me?